In this video, we ask the question, what are the options available to Wike? We look at the constitution of the PDP. Because the expulsion is said to be done in accordance with the provisions of the constitution of the PDP. And so, if there are remedies available to the minister and to the other 10 persons, the remedy must be situated in the constitution of the PDP. So the suspension or expulsion of a member of a political party is part of the internal disciplinary power of a political party. The law recognizes it. And this power is available in all registered political parties' constitution in Nigeria. All the political parties that have been registered, they have submitted their constitutions to INEC. And if you check the website of INEC, you will see the PDF of the constitutions of the political parties that have been registered. In all the constitutions of the political parties I have gone through, there is the power of discipline. And that power includes the power to suspend, the power to expel. Okay? In this case, PDP has exercised the power to to expel the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory along with others. Of concern in this video are the options available to Nyesom Wike and the other persons. Now, we look at section 58 sub 1 of the Constitution of the PDP, which provides sanction for anti-party activities. Chief Olabode George read out and said that the suspension is as a result of anti-party activities by Nyesom Wike and the other persons that have been suspended. So the sanction in the section of the Constitution herein referred, the sanction for anti-party activities, you have reprimand or censure or fine or suspension with fine or removal from office if the person was an elected member, an elected official of the party, or expulsion from the party. See, this is the option that the party has taken against Nyesom Wike and the others. See also section 33 sub 5 of the Constitution of the PDP, which gives the National Convention the power to exercise control and take disciplinary action against all officers of the party and against all members of the party. The National Working Committee is the highest decision-making organ of the party. And the Constitution of the PDP gives that National Working Committee the power to expel, the power to sanction, the power to discipline any member of the party, any official of the party. And the expulsion of Nyesom Wike was done by the highest body of the PDP, the National Convention. Now, here is the remedy. You go to section 61 of the Constitution still of the PDP. It says, any member who is aggrieved by the decision taken against him by any of the organs or officers of the party shall have the right of appeal to the immediate higher organ of the party within 14 days. So, the remedy now available to Nyesom Wike is for him to appeal the expulsion within 14 days of the making of the decision. So the question is, will Nyesom Wike recognize the decision that was made by the convention in Ibadan? Because you have to first of all recognize before you can make an appeal. So is he going to recognize that convention to now take advantage of this section of the Constitution of his political party to appeal to the higher organs of the party within 14 days? Now, here is the challenge. The expulsion of Wike and 10 others was done by the National Convention, and there is no immediate higher organ to the National Convention. Look at this section. This section 61 talks about making an appeal within 14 days to the immediate higher organ of the party. The National Working Committee is the highest organ of the party. So here is the challenge. The challenge is that the expulsion of Wike, like I read before, was done by the National Convention, which itself is the highest organ of the party. So who do you appeal to? That's the challenge that Nyesom Wike and the others are likely going to face. Now, the other option available to Wike and the others, which is the most likely option I see him take, is for him to go to court. So he can file a suit at the Federal High Court, Abuja, or any other place, or file a suit at the State High Court, maybe in Ibadan, challenging the expulsion, especially if he feels strongly that the expulsion violates his fundamental rights to freedom of association, okay, or that the expulsion violates the principles of natural justice, that is, the right to fair hearing. If he says he was not given fair hearing, the offense upon which he committed was not communicated to him, he was not given an opportunity to express himself, to explain himself why he's doing what has been described as anti-party. So he now feels that he's been denied fair hearing. He has the option to go to court and challenge the expulsion, okay, saying that the expulsion is against his fundamental rights of freedom of association and that it's also against his right to be fairly heard. The court can declare the expulsion null and void if due process was not followed, or if the action was contrary to the constitution of the party or contrary to the law generally. However, if expulsion is done by the party, discipline, it's an internal discipline of the political party, okay? If the court that he goes to finds or reaches the conclusion that expulsion is internal political party affair, internal affair of the political party, right? That is when Nyesom Wike is going to have a challenge. If the court says expulsion is done by the party, it's an internal party affair, okay? That means the court will lack jurisdiction to entertain the matter. And so if the court lacks jurisdiction to entertain the matter, it becomes a complicated issue for Nyesom Wike and his the other persons that have been suspended by the party. These are the persons that have been suspended. Nyesom Wike, Ayo Fayose, former governor of Ekiti State, Senator Samuel Anyao, the secretary of the PDP. He's been suspended as an officer and also expelled from the party. Umar Bature, Adeyemi Ajibade, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mohammed Abdul Rahman, Senator Mo Ohabuwa, Austin Nwachukwu, Abraham Ana, Austin Nwachukwu, Abraham Ama, and George Turner are the plaintiffs that went to court before Justice Omotosho. They are also the defendants in the court in the case that was decided by Justice Lifo. So, in one case, they are the plaintiffs, right? That is before Justice Omotosho. Remember, there was a judgment in that case, and that judgment said no convention should hold, right? In another case, the case before Justice Lifo, Austin Nwachukwu, Abraham Ama, George Turner are defendants in that case. Look at the record of proceedings. Look at the orders that have emanated from that court. You know, Justice Lifo also said the convention should not hold. So these persons, they appear to be sanctioned by the political party as a result of their taking the party to the court without exhausting internal party, mechanisms, right? And it seems to be a coincidence that the same persons are the plaintiffs in one case, and in another case, they are the defendants. Same subject, matter, same national convention. But that's not the discussion for today. So we proceed. The number 11th person is Chief Dan Obe. These are the persons that have been expelled by the PDP, and the options are there for them. Either they exhaust the internal party mechanisms of appeal, or they head to the court to challenge the expulsion. This is Nyesom Wike, this is Ayo Fayose, and this is the national secretary of the PDP, Senator Anyao, who has now been expelled from the party, and another national secretary of the party has emerged. And this is Nyesom Wike, and this is the PDP. Power to the people. I have seen it here in their logo. So many thanks for watching. The days ahead will be very revealing. We get to know exactly what happens, whether they will go to court, whether there will be parallel this and parallel that in the PDP. I think the days ahead will be quite interesting for all of us to watch, okay, and follow as the events unfold. Many thanks once again.